Hey fellas, just got back from taking this over Stampede Pass from SR410 in Washington near Mount Rainier up over to I-90, the next mountain pass. And I used the giant loop Coyote that I got used from a world traveler, I guess. The dude said he rode for 2 years or something with this and that big tank bag on a KTM 500. And anyway, I just fold these foot pegs down here and run the straps through and back to here. And that puts it about, right there. Plenty of space. I had a backpack on too. Hydration pack, a couple little things in it. And in the back here, the giant loop's got these hooks here that are supposed to clip onto your fender. But this thing has like such a robust under fender on it that it didn't clip too well. So I was just looking at how I would run it next time, and I think this is my solution. Just run this strap out wider and hook it on these back loops, because I did have it come loose. The hooks pop off a couple times when we were out on the beach riding through the mud and sand and stuff out on Lake Cochise. In the trails doing the hardest stuff, it came loose a couple times, so that it never came loose up here. And because it's a U shape, all that happened was it slid forward and I could feel it up against me. So I just stopped and rehooked those hooks in the back. But I think this will be a better solution, and that's closer to what I do with the other giant loop bag, the Great Basin or whatever the next size up is. But I like the way this one mounts better, for the most part, because you can mount it to the bike empty and it'll stay right where you mount it, and you can load it up on the bike. Because this strap, all it does is hold it to the bike. On the other one, you've got their two big straps that come over the top that you have to use to secure the back and to hold your gear down. So that one doesn't work very well without much weight in it. Without being fully loaded compared to this one. You could run it, nearly empty or use it as a day bag or whatever. I had quite a bit of weight in it. I don't know how much it was, 25, 30 pounds probably. I had, my buddy was worried about security, so I brought this giant kryptonite bike lock here. And we chained our bikes together at the hotel, which was probably good because it was like the worst hotel known to man. $85 a night. My wife was like, why didn't you go to Suncadia? You could have been in the hot tub after your day of riding. And, anyway, so I got some mud on it. We rode through a variety of terrain, mud, sand, rocky roads, and all of that. It was great. I never once thought, I want to be on that bike. And there was a lot of discussion in the hotel room about, the fate of the CB or whatever. I still love it. It's a great around town bike. It's a great highway bike for 50, 60, 70 mile an hour roads, but it's not great for doing intercontinental slabbing. So, my buddy's talking about riding to Boise and stuff like that, and it wouldn't be that great on an 80 mile an hour speed limit road. I got this new Bell MX-9 MIPS Adventure helmet. Got that broken in. It's a pretty comfortable helmet. The ventilation's pretty good. It's just got this one vent in the front that pretty much opens up the whole chin area. The visor, it only has a couple detents there, but wearing contacts, it was pretty comfortable. Never fogged up on me. When I rode back, I wore my safety glasses, prescription safety glasses. And I wiped them with anti-fog wipes before we left, and they were still fogging up in there, but when we were going slow. But, I wore that jacket. It's a hand-me-down, first gear all-season jacket from, 15 years ago or something. My buddy's dad's jacket. It worked pretty well. I just basically wore a long-sleeve shirt under it, and a t-shirt. I had my grip warmers on pretty much the entire trip. Those are good. I never really had to charge my phone, so we were only gone 2 days, and I got a new phone, so it's working pretty good. But I just have mask, charging cable, and the charging block, and then I put my phone in here, so if I want to stop and take a picture, I could do that. And I wore my Forma adventure boots and my first gear pants, and yeah, doesn't look like I used the whole front fork travel. I don't think. I mean, you can see the dirt got wiped off down to there, but I'm pretty sure I used the whole rear, because the rear's soft. And I was watching one forum or one video. The guy was saying that he runs a touring company or something, and all he did was do a rear shock, the $350 Biker Bits rear shock sprung for the higher weight on his bikes, and that works pretty good for him. Here comes the kitty to give a cameo appearance again. There's the condition of my rear tire. I'm probably 16, 17, 1,800 miles or something. We did about 100, 200 miles on the way over or so, maybe 180. We took the dirt way over the pass, jammed on the freeway to go get a corn dog, and then took the dirt roadway up and over the next pass over to the next lake, and rode out on the beach and through some ORV trails, over some rock gardens. I'm pretty confident I can kind of point this thing at anything and make it through, and for the small sacrifice you have to make and comfort on the road at 70, I think it's worth it to have the off-road performance once you get there. I'll leave you with the funny story. Right when I was getting ready to leave, I had it all packed up, and I opened the gate and rode it out around the front. And as soon as I stopped, I was getting everything situated, and my buddy pulled up, and I went to step off of the right side of the bike, and my foot kind of got caught and pulled the bike over towards me, and I landed on my back in the parking strip, and the bike kept coming over towards me, so I caught it with my feet, and it was kind of comical. It's, halfway leaned over, I caught it with both feet, and he's over here like, dude, what's going on? Is this how this trip's going to go? And he picked it up off of me, and we had a laugh, and went and locked the gate, and we took off. Great trip, and I like this bike more and more every time I ride it. It's it's kind of perfect for me. He was riding the DR650 and felt like, that's the smallest bike he'd want for going on the freeway. And, but for me, I don't care if I can't go 100, pretty happy with the suspension travel and the comfort off-road, and the lighter weight compared to a DR650 or whatever. So even though the DR650 does pretty good, it's just a little bit more of a handful, being 40 pounds heavier or something with racks and luggage, whatever. Anyway, have a good one.